AWS Summit Tokyo 2017 キーノートの開演です。 Amazon Web サービスジャパン株式会社代表取締役社長長崎忠夫の登場です。 Please welcome 忠夫長崎。
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to AWS Summit Tokyo 2017. I welcome you all. This year at AWS Summit, compared to the previous year, we have a total of 4 days, 1 day additional compared to the previous year. This year, we want to serve your needs for the business innovation, organizational innovation, or cloud migration innovation. We would like to offer as much hints as possible for you. And this year, we had more than 20,000 people's registration for the event. And AWS has a tour of total of 20 locations, and we're offering 4 days of summit. And Japan is one of the biggest, largest summit in the world. And this just shows that there's a huge cloud shift happening in Japanese market. And this room is full house, and you can feel the momentum, I'm sure. US, Europe, Japan, throughout the globe. There is a huge technological shift towards cloud. Throughout 4 days, we have more than 150 breakout sessions. That's 1.5 times more than previous year. And now we double the number of guest speakers, more than 100 of guest speakers coming on stage. And also double the sponsor booth, more than hundreds of booths available for you. Right outside of this room, innovation is the theme for all the booths. And also on the other side, there's a partner and also AWS corners available. And also we want you to have a total experience of the solutions. This year, more than 120 sponsors assisting this event. These are the gold sponsors, silver sponsors, and also bronze sponsors. Global demo pit sponsors as well. This room is full house. And this just indicates that cloud is an unstoppable trend. This is now taken for granted by using technology throughout the globe in the customers. They are implementing IT transformation and innovation. Cloud is something that you take it for granted and you just naturally use cloud. And the fundamental of competition is changing every day. Not only the cost benefit, but also speed is very important for companies as well. And that's the era we're in. And the cloud is not offering cloud benefits, but also offer innovation. And cloud is now serving as a platform to bring innovation to our customers. And that's the message we would like to deliver to you throughout 4 days. And thanks to your support, every month more than 1 million or hundreds of millions of customers are using our services. And the past 30 days, a number of AWS accounts being created, and this just shows an active customers, and this number is growing every day. And also in Japan, more than hundreds of thousands of customers are using our services in all verticals, all workloads in Japan using our services, as you can see from the slide. And also AWS alone, this is the most recent 2017 Q1 performance, and we hit 13.3 billion. That's 1.46 trillion yen. That means a growth of 50% on year-on-year basis. IT technology company hitting above 1 trillion yen level. We're the quickest company in terms of growth. So it's a very fast speed innovation brought by AWS, and it's a quick adoption rate as well. And now we grew up to such a big IT company, as you can see from the numbers. And this is the Gartner's Magic Quadrant. Completeness of vision and ability to execute. Both aspects are assessed, and we are still in the leadership position. And these are startup companies, just an example of them. And you can see Pinterest, Dropbox, and Struck. Those startup companies are using AWS platform, and they bring innovation. They do business globally. And in Japan, we have Flee, Money Forward, or Sansan, who's coming out on stage later. Many different companies have a business seed using the cloud platform, and they enjoy a scalability of such entrepreneurship businesses. For us, startup companies, customers are very important customers for us. Back in 2006, since we started business, and for AWS, startup companies are extremely important, and they continue to be important for us. And for startup companies, we will be strengthening our support. Number one, as you can see from the left, we are offering AWS Activate. This is offering a free of charge credits, total of 11 million yen, a total of $100,000 in US. Or that we offer technical support. As you saw from the graph, we support lots of scalable global startup companies, and we have lots of use case from such companies, so that we have global best practices and the group of technical group assisting you, the startup companies. And also, One Amazon is the theme. As of January this year, on Amazon website, hardware venture, hardware startup opportunities are being sold on Launchpad, which is a new program that we started offering from this year in January. So not only AWS platform, but also Amazon ecosystem is there to assist startup companies. And we have a variety of enterprise customers: telco, manufacturing, logistics, finance. Workload includes ERP, batch, IoT, or the total migration, big data analysis. There are so many different verticals covered and so many different workload running on AWS. And also education and public customers, there are a lot of them. And more than 2,300 government institutions, more than 7,000 educational institutions, 22,000 and more of NPO institutions using our platform to ensure lower cost and bringing innovation. And also, National Cerebral and Cardiovascular Center, Hiroshima, Kinki, and Kyushu universities are using AWS, bringing their own innovation. And partner ecosystem is also important for us. APN premium consulting partners are listed here. AWS, inside AWS, they are the top ranking partners, and they have a great performance. And this is a shortlisted category for premium consulting partners. And we have 7 companies: CloudPack, NTT Data, Class Method, ServerWorks, TIS, NAC, and Nomura Research Institute. Total of 7 Japanese companies serving as APN Premium Consulting Partner who passed an extremely high bar. And these are the companies on software side, ISV vendors. For example, software run on AWS or SaaS platform. AWS is used as a SaaS platform. So based upon AWS, they offer their technologies. And also, we have a close collaboration with partners offering technical assistance. APN partner-specific technical contents are available for our partners. And also, we have marketing funds to support their businesses. And also, we offer joint seminars as well. So it's hand-in-hand collaboration to make sure that we assist Japanese companies' migration as well as the introduction of cloud. About 2-3 years ago, customers started talking about the workload migration issues. For specific workload requires a specialist, or they're asking for specific certification program for specific needs. And in 16 areas, we have a certification program available. We call it competency. big data migration, the variety of space where we offer a competency and certification program. From customer's point of view, a specific workload needs to be migrated to cloud. They can pick and choose the partner who has a special competency in a specific area. From a partner's point of view, by gaining their competency, they get to focus on the specific area. They get to offer a specialty for a customer in a specific area. So competency, we will have more and more workload, and we are planning to increase the number of competency as well. And every year we make an announcement about AWS partner best practice manuals or booklets, total of 175 use case. And we distribute this booklet at AWS Book. And also, you can download this booklet online as well. If you search for the term, you can download the online version of the booklet. And also in Japan, one of the strengths we have is that there is a strong connection among the users. We have a strong community, one for developers. We call it Joe's UG. And there are more than 60 branch offices in Japan, and they exchange information, they learn from each other. And also for enterprise customers, this is invitation only, but there's enterprise user community available as well. They share their use case, or they talk about how they make use of AWS. They also share their concerns and challenges, and enterprise customers exchange views among themselves. And the mingling opportunity is offered tomorrow night as well. We call it Dev Day Night to be hosted tomorrow, and on Friday we have Joe's Night available for you. So we cordially invite you all to come and join us.
So we are in this business for 11 years now, and it has been 6 years since Tokyo region opened, and we have been listening to several millions of customers, and there are some reasons why a cloud is being accelerated. One is, of course, a low upfront cost and low price, and also continuous price cut, and also sizing capacity plan was necessary in the past, but you're freed up from it. And also speed to business. You don't miss the business opportunity. You can gain agility. You can change setting, and also innovation speed is so fast. So if you want to use it, of course, you can start using it immediately. And of course, there are customers who would like to scale. And of course, you could scale to global level immediately. And towards Japanese customers, we would like to offer more choices and take down barriers for cloud adoption. So this time around, we started to offer choices of Japanese governing law, and also being able to select District Court of Tokyo. And also we've expanded the currency to 12. And for Japan, of course, Japanese customers will be able to pay in yen upon receiving invoice. And also Japanese service console. AWS's service console, this is not been translated into Japanese 100%. By end of June, we will make it into a full Japanese language service console. So, business IT. As we started to see the emergence of cloud, it seems that they are closely connected. So the user side and those who come up with proposals, there has been a big shift in terms of technology. And also with digital, it is causing a lot of transformation. In order to support that, of course, digitization and data has to be accumulated, and you have to take action from that. And also many customers had invested in legacy systems. So IT's modernization, and this is something we're seeing as IT transformation, especially in the US. Advanced customers, when it comes to IT transformation and digital transformation, by using cloud, these companies are accelerating the path. And no doubt that this trend will land in Japan, and I believe that the trend has started to take place already. So at this point, I'd like to invite the first speaker from Bank of Tokyo-Mitsubishi UFJ, Senior Managing Director, Murabayashi-san. So please welcome him with a big round of applause. Nagasaki-san, thank you very much for the introduction. I am from BTMU. My name is Murabayashi. So from the outset, I feel this passion and enthusiasm in this venue, and also the performance at the very outset. I am somewhat nervous, but we are a legacy company, so to speak. So you may be wondering why I am here representing this legacy company. But even at a legacy company, we are going through the path of digital transformation and adopting AWS cloud. So hopefully I will be able to share with you what we have been up to. At MUFG from several years ago, by using ICT, we are trying to go through the path of digital transformation. And the important thing here for digital transformation is, once again, we are a legacy company. So if we do it just by ourselves, we will not be able to transform ourselves. So we decided that we should promote open innovation. And as you can see on the slide, towards the left, MUFG API. This is something that we offer. And towards the bottom, you can see fintech ventures, cloud vendors. We offer open APIs to these players and try to create new services together. And in the center, you can see blockchain. We are promoting blockchain adoption as well. And when it comes to this blockchain, it's the new payment system that is to be created, and overseas remittance can be carried out efficiently at a low fee. And there are a lot of consortiums, so we are involved. And there is MUFG Coin. You may have heard of it through media, but from 1st of May, we started to issue, limiting to our bank clerks. I actually use MUFG coins for split bills, etc. So hopefully we will be able to commercialize in the future. And thirdly is AI. Regarding AI, we are very aggressive in pushing forward with AI. So for the banking operation, how much of AI will replace the banking operation? And we analyzed, according to Oxford and NRI, they have come up with the possibility of those occupations that will disappear, and bank tellers is said to be 95%. And our analysis tells us that 40% of banks' headquarter operation could be replaced. So we have to be ready towards this end. So Alpaca and IBM, we are working with many partners here as well. And to promote all this, from about 2 years ago, we have been holding various events. So Digital Accelerator, Hackathon, these events are being organized by us. Through these events, we are inviting various ideas of services, and hopefully we can work together in order to commercialize. So towards the bottom on the right-hand side, Zero Data are some of the partners, and Finatext as well. We are already offering various services with these partners. So that we can quickly deliver these services, something like AWS cloud is necessary, and it goes without saying. So we decided to adopt a cloud service aggressively as well. But a cloud service has been evolving quite significantly, and by leveraging the evolution of cloud, even existing systems and businesses can go through cost reduction and gain faster speed. So we are relying on AWS Cloud. So now, AWS is now one of our core platforms. So that's our policy. So in order to leverage AWS Cloud, what sort of initiatives do we have? We have 6. First is governance. We're creating policies and guides. So appropriate for cloud. We don't want to make it too rigid. It's a loose governance, so to speak. And number 2 is service planning. We verify and introduce the cloud services, and design and architecture is number 3. So leveraging cloud characteristics, we have one single design for a single service throughout the globe. And other is operation and maintenance. So cloud, due to its nature, of course, we have to think about the billing, the control scheme. And 5 is HR development. How can we wisely and effectively use cloud? It all really depends on our people. And lastly is migration. We have the criteria for migration, so we are planning to migrate from on-premise to migration. So we have EUCs here and there, and in order to organize all this, I think a cloud platform is very useful. So how much are we using? The services available, as you can see in the circle on the right-hand side, we are using more than 10. And the production system, we have 5. And it's only 5, but already we have more than 100 those under development and under discussion. And for HR development, of course, application developers and from the staff, and we are also expanding to the users. In terms of training, and we are creating a service catalog for the basic services. Having said that, as I just mentioned, we have just started on this journey, so we need to accelerate. So we would like to enrich the services and enhance the skills of our personnel so that we can use more of the functions and migrate more work so that we can accelerate this innovation and accelerate the development speed and reduce the cost. This time around, I am actually leaving MUFG at the end of this week. So this was my last opportunity to have this title of MUFG and speak in front of you. And we started open source about 10 years ago. We decided together to push open source for the betterment of IT. And I've actually stood on the podium talking about it. So I believe this is a sharing economy of IT. So the user side and provider side, of course, will have to work together towards the common goal. Thank you very much. Mr. Murabayashi, thank you very much. Sharing economy of IT, that was an encouraging comment indeed. So from here onwards, I'd like to change gear a little bit and talk about 6 transformation to realize the cloud, realized through cloud. So first transformation is to enhance business platform. So as I mentioned, of course, it's not cost, but speed and agility is necessary. So we have to be able to change our directions from time to time. And in order to do that, of course, we have to be able to change the setting and procure very quickly. So if you think about something, if you have an idea, you have to be able to act very quickly. And on top of that, we have to have a various technical platform, not just having a rich platform, but for each lineup, we need choices in depth. So with these two elements, this will impact the customers' businesses. And the procurement time for IT resource, it goes without saying, but it used to take like 1 month or even 3-4 months. And 5 or 10 years ago, it was normal. However, it's immediate right now. Whatever you need, you can actually procure at that point. And I talked about AWS is evolving, and what was not possible 2 years is now possible. And what's not possible right now, perhaps will be possible in 6 months' time. So that's the speed of IT transformation right now. And right now, close to 90 very broad services are being offered by AWS. I'm not going to cover everything. However, we listen to our customers, and sometimes we project. And on behalf of the customer, we are developing services. And as a result, customers, if they want to do something, they can try at that point immediately and get a feedback so that we can improve our services even better. So that's the cycle of Amazon. And by going through this, in 2016, we had 1,017 services or new functions. About 5 years ago, what was the situation? We had only like 82 or 160 per year. So that's the pace that we have been launching new services. We have several hundreds of millions of customers, and we have dialogue with these customers. We know what's necessary. So at very high speed, we are realizing it into services. And when it comes to product portfolio, it's expanding. IoT, AI. For the past several years, we have been launching these services, especially when it comes to AI of Amazon on the left-hand side bottom. It's not been launched yet in the Japan, Amazon Echo. So it's the voice recognition household use assistant device. So this technology is being used in Echo, and we would like to use in Amazon Poly or Amazon Lex. And when it comes to Amazon Lex, the text and voice, through a dialogue type of interface, it could be embedded into application. And Poly can combine the text and synthesized voice and communicate. And Amazon Recognition is the image recognition service and analytics service, and Amazon Machine Learning. So Amazon's history as a company is really the history of machine learning. So we have been using these machine learning for many years, every day. So we had a lot of algorithms that were necessary. However, now being able to try immediately and increase the accuracy, that is now possible in the era of cloud. So I'd like to share with you one example that is easy to understand. 43,250 quadrillion. This number comes from Rubik Cube. You turn around the block and have a single color on one side. And if you count all the combination, it's 43,250 quadrillion. If you use multi-purpose computer, it will take 35 years to calculate what happens if you use machine learning then.
By combining each plane, you can learn more and more. Let's start off with 1% and then give different plane. Again, learns 2%. You keep going and you accumulate data this way. All sorts of patterns are recognized and accumulate as data. 2% jumps to 30, 40, and then 95%. When it reaches 95% accuracy, when the algorithm is there, then there is a specific pattern to be applied. And the question, Just to give you a visuals, I just want you to show the video. It's just very quick. I talked about 4,020, 4,090 and 443,000 quadrillion combinations. By running this, you can make this happen in 0.9 seconds. It's visually appealing. So just take a look. And also, there are so many use cases for this machine learning. Based upon the hobby or preference, you can segment it, or by email or online purchases, recommendation, or prediction. You can use it for different purposes, or you can allocate products, or you can delete certain data, clustering, and there are so many classifications and so many things you can do. And for specific example, Fraudnet, second from the right, they are online fraud detection company. By using AWS machine learning per week, they were able to reduce the cost by 100 million yen. A1, the insurance company, the calculation required for financial simulation and for the report creation. In the past, they used to take 10 days, but now they shortened that by 10 minutes using us. And Upserver, the restaurant owners' customer management service offered by Upserve. And this company, by using our machine learning, they can predict the number of customers offered to the restaurant owners so that they can do better staff management as well as the inventory and procurement management. And Zillow, they're a real estate company, and they have an assumption of the pricing for the household and real estate. And they use Apache Spark and S3, and also they use Redshift as well, offering a better service for their customers. So by using machine learning, maybe the result might be the same at the end of the day, but they might have spent dozens of years or number of days. They can accumulate the data and learn. They can improve the precision, and also they can shorten the time required. And I talked about more than 90 services available for you. But some customers want to launch website immediately, and they don't want to go through cumbersome processes. Rather, they want to quickly launch the website. And when they want to have small start, they will ask for the basic configuration in order to cater those needs. For example, they have a variety of product lineups, and they sometimes need time to acquire knowledge on certain products and services, and that's too cumbersome for them to learn one by one. And also, third concern they have is that they don't really know how much it's going to take price-wise, bill-wise. So we decided to offer Amazon Lightsail Virtual Private Server, which was released last year in US. As of May 31st, today, we make this available in Tokyo region as well. It's basically VPS. It's 3 steps. By using Linux and WordPress, you just choose the image. Second is including the transfer volume, CPU, SSD storage. You choose the configuration size. Number 3, you name it. And that's it. You can create instance. That's all. It's only 3 steps. So all these processes required in the past are now packaged together for you. And $5 per month, including the data transfer volume. So it's very simple to see for customers, and it's easy to use as well. So this is available at Tokyo region as of today. Transformation number 2, compete with agility without any specific strategy. Cloud itself is not owned. It's basically multiple functions used as a service. And in the past, you need to have CapEx. But the cloud, when you compare the two, conventional environment in the cloud, the ownership, the fixed asset, and variable cost, it's completely different between the two. And also, sometimes you might have extra resources, or you might have to think about the unpredictable risks. But now you don't have to worry about that. You can auto-scale dependent on the current needs. Now, I would like to invite the second speaker, our guest, from Seiko Epson, Manager, Global Information Promotion Department, Mr. Kumakura. Please give him a big applause. Mr. Nagasaki, thank you very much for the introduction. I'm from Seiko Epson. My name is Kumakura. Let me share some of the cloud engagements happening inside our company. But before that, let me share the background, corporate profile of Seiko Epson first. What we do, as well as who we are. Back in 1942, we started off with manufacturing business. Based in Nagano Prefecture, we are a typical manufacturing company. The name Epson comes from the following. Epson brand. The first EP. This became a trigger for us to expand our business. We call it electrical printer. That's where the EP comes from. And we want to create lots of new values to our customers. And in lots of different spaces, we've been creating services and products. And the value we see as our sons, children's. That's where the son comes from. And this is our business structure. Printing, visual communication business, and wearable and industrial products businesses. These are the business pillars for us. What I wanted to share today with you is that why cloud for us? This is one of the background that made us go to cloud. As I already said, we started off as a manufacturing company, and that won't change. To a certain extent, we might be going backward. But when it comes to manufacturing business, as long as we survive, we focus on manufacturing business. And this is so-called the real world. We want to focus on real world. And there are lots of DNAs passed on from the predecessors. Saving waste, small size, precision. These are the focus of our business, and that won't change. Having said that, however, would that be good enough for us to offer bigger excitement, bigger joy to our customers in the future? We do need cyberspace values as well. That's necessary for us as well. So inside our 10-year vision, for the first time as Epson, we decided to collaborate between real world and cyber world. That's part of the vision. So besides the conventional value, we also want to create a new value, new era by combining people and goods. So we want to collaborate with cyber world so that we can offer bigger value, bigger excitement, joy to our customers. We do need ICT, software application cloud, to enable such vision. That's our belief. And this is our midterm strategy. As of FY13, that's the starting point. First, existing data center and servers, there is a migration period starting from FY13. To be honest with you, cloud. We started off with management, and then to persuade the staff is really difficult. Just to explain about the cloud to everybody, including the management, is very difficult. And we've encountered so many challenges. But there is a strong belief we have as IT team. In order for us to offer higher value, cloud is a must. And that's a strong core belief. Just putting aside all the reasoning, that's a belief inside our team. And we call it cloud first and cloud fast. So cloud is the strong option for us, the first option for us. And also cost is something we need to pay attention to. And also we want to pay attention to the speed as well. When it comes to cost, if we have good speed, then we can compress the cost. That's our understanding. So up until FY16, we've been working on this project based upon such beliefs. And there is an infrastructure, not only the data center, but also in order for us to optimize the cloud, we have to do more things. So server migration is what we're working on right now. Serverless architecture migration is what's happening right now. And this is one of our policy for transformation. So shifting from ownership to server usage. there are lots of resistance and there are lots of deliverables, and then we get stronger support, and that's what's good and interesting about cloud. So when it comes to cost, we were able to already achieve 20% reduction, and also for business people, what resonates the most is the speed. The speediness preparing environment is extremely different. And business people love this speed. And they're really happy that you can do this. It's so world is shifting. And people started to embrace the cloud benefits. And, well, these days, cloud is taken for granted, but this is one of the strengths that cloud can offer. And this is AWS structure architecture we are deploying inside the company. And let me repeat myself. At this phase, basically, our main architecture is not changed. The design pattern is the same. It's about the easy migration and also trying to get rid of the resistance using cloud. So first, we try to offer deliverables first and then try to move more and more. As I said before, application development, offering services to customers, we are not seeing a better improvement in the speed. So we have to hit that improvement on speed side. And we are now starting, well, it says requirements, but it's basically a business requirement. It's about the value, quick value offering to our customers. But in order to offer value quickly, we have to have a dynamic IT infrastructure so that we can support business information. Offering new products and services, we can create new values quickly in a speedy manner. Better service and products to our customers. That's our vision. AWS managed service will be used more widely so that we can do more. And this is the current architecture. It looks slightly different from the previous chart I showed you. Machine learning is one of the good examples that we are deploying. And also, I talked about the collaboration with cyberspace, and it takes a long time to collaborate with each other because we have to go through trial and errors. We have to keep offering products and services to customers, but it takes time to collaborate, and we need APIs to facilitate that collaboration. So we decided to adopt serverless architecture as well. So there's this fixed mindset, and also this is Epson's DNA. We want to create everything. We want to offer value to our customer. That's unchanged. But are we going to do every single thing? The answer is no. The service available, if we can achieve a higher speed, stronger partnership, if we can accelerate the speed to run business, then we should be proactive about existing available services. So we want to focus on differentiation factors as Epson. So we want to focus on business logic, software. That's where we want to dedicate ourselves to. So we try to improve the speed with regards to application development.
で、ここで
So maybe this is a repetition, but at Epson, we have skills and craftsmanship. It's the technology that we have, and that's the DNA of Seiko Epson, and that will not change. Manufacturing is it. However, we want to offer further values to customers, so we have to collaborate with the cyberspace. And if that is the case, of course, cloud is a matter of fact. Leading the cloud is what we expect on AWS. So we would like to ask AWS so that we can accelerate the speed and AWS to become an innovator so that various players can work together and collaborate with each other. There's one interesting story. Well, in fact, I am often asked, why did you decide on AWS? When we adopted cloud, cloud was not really accepted, but it was globally used. For instance, like U.S. members and European members, they have to accept as well. So it has to be global due to the nature of our business. So once they accept, then of course IT as a whole can be on the same page. And also, as Nagasaki-san mentioned, there are new companies and startups who are very active in the cyberspace, and that's very critical when it comes to globalization. And being able to leverage that, I think, is a big advantage. So, as an innovator, I hope that AWS will develop itself further, and we are willing to leverage AWS's services so that we can offer values to our customers and be able to collaborate with as many partners as possible. So, in conclusion, as our CEO says, Seiko staff will take on the challenge of going over and beyond the common sense and vision, and we will excite our customers. And in order to achieve this, of course, we need a collaboration with many partners. And in order to collaborate, cloud is a must. Thank you very much. Kumakura-san, thank you very much. It's not logic. It's the belief. Cloud first policy. It's really reflects the personality of Kumakura-san. So with various customers, we discuss about the migration of cloud, and we work with customers throughout that cloud journey. And there are different patterns when it comes to cloud migration. So these cloud journey, there are several steps within this journey, as we realized. So I have summarized it into this slide. As you can see, the first step is the project. You start from where it is possible. So a small development project will put onto the cloud. That's a trial. And second step is the asset that customers have, connected with hybrid, and use on-premise and AWS cloud. So that will be a hybrid environment. And the third stage is that customers start to understand about the cloud and you realize the benefit. So cloud first policy will be adopted. For instance, like governance, the rules within the company. And as Kumakura-san mentioned, it's the cloud first. And whatever could be put on cloud will be a cloud. And you start to decide the priorities. And finally, the fourth stage is to bring everything to the cloud. So data centers and all the assets will be closed down, and everything will be fully migrated to AWS. And there are already many customers. So sometimes customers will jump to number 4, or some customers will decide on cloud first policy, or some customers start with development. So there are different patterns or paths when it comes to cloud journey. And in the process of this cloud journey, there were often challenges that customers faced. It was database. It's the migration of the data. So, of course, customer wants to minimize the downtime as much as possible, and they want to avoid a cumbersome migration process. Setting up maintenance takes time, and conversion of schema and procedures is cumbersome as well. And also, migration cost is expensive. For instance, like a database, migration software is extremely expensive. So these were the past challenges. And AWS Database Migration Service, this is a migration tool that we have. And those cumbersome processes that you had to go through, you're freed up from it. So from on-premise to cloud, you can migrate, or maybe from Oracle to Amazon, or maybe a Microsoft SQL to MySQL. You could migrate from a different database, and also a conversion of schema. We also have schema conversion tool. By using these tools, not only database itself, but you can actually change and convert database engine to AWS. Already, 25,000 or more database has been migrated to AWS so far. And the background. there is a trend towards open database. There are a lot for commercial database. Cloud license, of course, can be expensive and it may be complex, or due to proprietary technology, there's no options. So now open source technologies has been used very widely. There's a lot of track record. So every day customers are expanding their choices. So that is why open database is expanding. And Amazon Aurora, MySQL compatibility is being guaranteed. It is our own database engine. From MySQL, or compared to MySQL, it has 5 times performance and at the same time high availability and durability, but 1/10 of the cost of commercial database. So within our history, this is the fastest growing service. And not only MySQL, but we heard from Japanese customers about PostgreSQL compatibility. So we've already announced this already. So PostgreSQL, compared to the past, it has several times or 2 times performance, of course, with high availability and durability with 1/10 of the cost. And in fact, there are already many customers using Amazon Aurora. Mainichi Shimbun, they have database to store their articles, and they have migrated to Aurora for everything. And mainichi.jp, the articles that you see are all from Aurora. Kokokara Fine for new stores. There is a system to set up new stores, and they have migrated to Aurora. And Daylight Work, they're gamers for smartphones. And it's very popular, more than 9 million downloads. They've migrated from MySQL to Amazon Aurora. The request is several hundreds of thousands per month, but no problem in processing it. And also TCO reduction was the big benefit that they gained. So Aurora adoption is accelerating, and I'm sure it will continue going forward in Japan. So at this point, I'd like to introduce the third guest speaker. From Rekochoku, we have Executive Officer and CTO, Mr. Inari. Nagasaki-san, thank you for the introduction. Everyone, good morning. I am Mikio Inari from Rekochoku. I'm Executive Officer and CTO. So Rekochoku, why did it decide to fully migrate to AWS? And in fact, last year, in smartphone environment, we migrated everything, and we closed the site for feature phone. So we closed the data center this year. So now I think we really achieved a full migration in a real sense. And we decided on full migration back in 2014, so it was a 2-year journey. So let me share with you the background of why we decided to fully migrate to AWS. To start with, as you know, Rekochoku is the ring song from feature phone. But feature phones, well, actually, we shifted to distribute music, and we had our own music, and also we also distributed music from other players. So it was only downloads, but we started flat rate streaming as well. So not only downloads only, however, you can listen as much as you want, or the number of songs and music increased by 3 times, 5 times. So we only had like 3 million, but we had to grow to like 20 or 30 million. And also the quality of audio, we needed to add compression, or else we were not able to achieve quality. So the data, we expected that we really needed to be able to have several 10 times order of magnitude of this data storage. So that is why we started to look to AWS and the cloud. And since we started with music distribution, now indies artists. So it's a site to look for indies site and also the funding site. And we also have, if you purchase CD, we issue codes. And you can use all the download assets of Rekochoku. So these are the services that we have. So we have a lot of services now. And we decided to be a comprehensive service provider related to music. So that's the shift that we're going through right now. So given this backdrop, we are using all of the components of AWS, but the concerns that we had before we decided to go to full migration was database because we had a membership system, payment system, DHIT system. We had a very high traffic for these database. So with these high traffic ones, we're running on Oracle RAC, but we had to do something about it. So we took a lot of time to really select database very prudently. And then we came up with this choice of Aurora. We were using Postgres, but back then we only had MySQL. So we decided to use MySQL. And that is why we decided to go through full migration. And the concern that we had back then was operations and availability. So when it comes to operation, we had servers or database on-premise. So sometimes we had to go through a tuning of SQL and also tuning of schema. And then if we have like slow query, then database becomes slower. So that was the issue that we had been facing. So in adopting Aurora, we decided to set up a DevOps structure. So we had DBAs, but they merged to the development team to do the development work. So by doing so, small tunings for operation were being solved within a team. And another issue was availability. So Aurora, does it really not stop? That was the concern that we had. So unstoppable system. Of course, we had heard about it, but however, we have to run it or else we don't know if it's unstoppable. So the downtime, minimum threshold, we had a certain minutes and we adjusted the system application side. And as a result, what happened was that for the operational man-hour, it says 0, but the DBAs, those work that was being done by DBAs were all being handled now by the development team. And DBAs, the man-hour necessary for the operation and maintenance is very minimal. And the license fee, of course, is 0. So regarding Oracle RAC, we reduced from EE to ES, and there was already a good cost impact, and the performance was good. Of course, we knew that performance was going to go up, but maybe due to it, we started to see very limited performance issues. Of course, server has not come down even once, so I guess that was the biggest advantage that we gained. So now, in the world of music, what are we going to do next? VR is the area that we're gonna move towards. So the quality of audio, the video is going to exceed. And we will have like 4K and 8K. So we really have to have this VR environment. So we've already have launched several projects. from last year, and we've created 3 contents already, but we are to expand the number of contents. And what are the challenges when it comes to VR? For instance, with streaming, the quality is not good, so distribution method, and also the handsets, there's a lot of load. And with 4K, we did the shooting, and there are smartphones which support 4K. However, if we show 3D, then it becomes blurry. We have to wait for the hardware, but at least we have to be ready in terms of distribution method. I'm sure the handset or the hardware will follow. Or else, rather than selling VR with VOD, we would like to use it for public viewing in a live situation. So going forward, it is for smartphones. We have to support iPhone and Daydream. And further, live broadcasting is something that we need to consider as well, especially this year in Southwest with NHK. We showed the 8K in a dome style, and we confirmed the quality to a certain extent. So if that is the case, what is the distribution methodology that we are going to adopt, and what would be the business case? And finally, interactive function and capability will be necessary, or else it is not going to lead to a completely new music experience. So perhaps in the afternoon or for the coming 2 days, live VR distribution are under demonstration. So please, if you have time, stop by at our demonstration booth. That was all. Thank you very much. Inari-san, thank you very much. In 2014, they have decided to migrate fully to AWS, and back then I think the customer was very courageous. But because of that, they had this IT strategy which looks into the future. So next is the migration of data at a petabyte. So from several years ago, customers started to say that they want to migrate to AWS, but a petabyte worth of data will take a long time. So last year, we announced this casing called AWS Snowball. It's a very secure, shock-resistant, encrypted case. So before the data goes into the AWS, everything is being encrypted, 80 terabyte worth of capacity. So if you need more, you can connect these casings. And we can deliver these casings to the specified address. Within Japan region, it's going under a private preview. And in fact, already many customers are using this beta through internet. It was taking time to migrate all the data, but by using this Snowball data, it became very efficient. ASA is simulating the new drug development molecules, 50 tera worth. They wanted to migrate, secure, and they're using other services to analyze. And Rekochoku, I'd like to skip because Inari-san talked about it, and also operational business processor for AOS data, Dowango, 60 terabyte of contents distribution, and cyber agent. The company-wide shared file, several hundreds of terabytes of backup, and Imagica. The video data, which is more than 100 terabyte for TV Tokyo, they took 10 days to carry this out.
When customer moves to cloud for the first time, they do have their own sets of concerns, use case in the past, or they ask for strong support. And APN partners are there for you, but AWS ourselves, we have accumulated tens of years of best practice and know-hows. And we have a professional consulting service to assist your needs. For example, cloud computing roadmap creation or steps. Which workload to start off with, security assessments, or with the introductory of cloud, we can set up a framework. And we can help assist corporations to introduce cloud, and we offer this as a professional service. and we offer AWS support. For Japanese customers, support is very important. According to the customer choice, we offer different 4 sets of support: basic, developer, business, and enterprise support. In a live environment or customer phase application development, we recommend you to use anything above business support. And with regards to enterprise support, I just would like to share some details. The top layer support menu is called enterprise support. We have a dedicated cloud support engineers ready for you 24/7. All sorts of channels available for you to reach us. As you see, according to the case emergency level, within 15 minutes, in case of super emergency, you can be contacted. And also, when it comes to mission critical migration or production environment or heavy traffic concerned environment, we recommend you to use enterprise support so that we can share best practice on the human resource side and help assist you from that perspective. Transformation number 3, business challenge and IT challenge resolved simultaneously. All the guest speakers already talked about IT and business becoming closer and closer. I'm sure you experienced that as well. As digital transformation happening rapidly, IT is a must tool. Number 1, most of the customers, as they try to adopt cloud, usually the driver is the cost. Excessive or lack of the capacity is not a concern. And when it comes to the cost, we're not selling any hardware. Data center cost, development of infrastructure, power, facility, and security. And also, I showed you in the innovation slide, there is always a new service coming in one after another. And when there's a customer interest on particular service, that's available quickly. So these are all included in the cost reduction benefits. And also, one of the characteristics of AWS is shown on the slide. For the past 11 years, 61 times, without any pressure from the competitor, we've been keep putting the price down. This is our DNA. Rather than keeping customers' profit, we on regular basis would like to bring back the benefit back to customers, and that's reflected on our price. And 61 time price down happening since the launch in 2006, and we want to continue this engagement. And also we offer hybrid environment for customers. As customers go through a cloud journey, on-premise and AWS connected with each other, that's not avoidable. And along with that move, we have tools available to help assist customers to go through such journey. Last year in November, there is seamless integrated hybrid cloud service available via the strategic alliance with VMware. I think this is happening next year in Japan. All these owners of assets and hybrid environment can be seamlessly integrated even further through this new service. And the conventional cloud and the now cloud, there is a definitive change with regards to speed. You can use the cloud free of charge very quickly. There is an upper limit set on monthly basis. As long as you don't use up the given space, you can use the service for max 12 months. So when the new service comes out, you can just quickly try it out, just so that you can get the feel of the new service. And this Friday, on June 2nd, we are offering a new free of charge virtual desktop service, Workspaces, offered as a new free of charge space. So I recommend you to try it. Startup, SMBs, large-scale enterprise, it's a full managed service. So the conventional operation goes away. And this is a rapid adoption. So I cordially invite you to just try it out. Next is about full managed service. We have rich sets of full managed services. Immediate use available. IT operation, fitting, all these cumbersome processes are gone. Customers' interest can be implemented right away. And we call it full managed service. There are so many different services. According to the research company, customers' IT operations, 70% of them goes to maintenance and something additional. It's not think to only 30% of time being spent on the core business, but by using full managed service, your precious resource can be focused and shifted to your core business, core competency. Last presenter, last guest for today on my presentation from Sansan, co-founder, 8 business director, Mr. Shiomi. Please applaud Mr. Shiomi. Thank you very much for the introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm from Sansan. My name is Shiomi. It's an honor to be here and speak to you in such a great event. Let me talk about Sansan and also AWS collaboration. Myself, as it says, I'm responsible for 8 business. So by giving you some 8 examples, I would like to share my thoughts. I'm sure some of you might know anything about us, Sansan. So let me briefly introduce the company, Sansan. Sansan, well, in June next year, we enjoy our 10-year anniversary. We want to change the encounter business to an asset so that we can innovate the working style. And that's our mission regarding business. You exchange business card to start off a business. It's like an encounter, and we want to bring data to that. And by leveraging such data, we can help assist business people to change their working styles. We have 2 pillars of business: Sansan for enterprise and 8 for individuals. I'm sure some of you in the room already are users of our business services, and thank you very much for using our service. As for the corporate service, Sansan, of course, the companies can manage the business cards effectively, so you can analyze the business card information so that they can efficiently run their sales activities as well. Venture companies or large-scale finance companies, more than 5,000 companies are using our service. I'm responsible for 8 on the right side. That's purely for individuals. Your business network, that's the key concept of 8. Not only business card management, but also we want to offer a business platform so that we can resolve some business persons' concerns and challenges. So that's how 8 started, and it's been 5 years since then. Currently, there are 1.5 million users, including business people, using our services. As a business category inside Japan, we are the biggest in terms of the application player. And also, more than 1.5 people register more than 100 million business cards per year. That's 10% of the total business card exchange happening inside Japan. Of course, 8 can manage the business cards, but also human to human, human to corporation. The connectivity is the key to offer effective information, effective features. That's our service. For example, your profile can be registered on 8. By registering your own information, you can be simply appealing yourself on 8 platform. If you own smartphone, by placing smartphone, you can even exchange your business information with the opponent. And for some of you who have not tried your service, I please encourage you to try it. It's free of charge service, so please try it out. I'm sure you already know our service, 8. All the servers and systems are run on AWS. Well, we launched our service in 2012, but project started 2 years ago. before 2012. We were using different cloud service back then. Tokyo region was not available yet, and network latency was one of the challenge, and AWS was not available with regards to Tokyo region. But just before the release, the Tokyo region was opened, and project manager and I myself struggled, and we knew it was a great service, so we decided to switch. We wanted to switch, but we were not too sure. Can we switch to AWS just before our release of application? But we just jumped. And just before the release of application, 2 months before the release of application, we decided to use AWS. And since then, our relationship been continuing. And it's been growing significantly, and AWS new features been supporting our growth a lot. One after another, AWS been offering new services, as Nagasaki-san explained, and we thoroughly assess the new features and whatever that might work, and we leverage those and offering our own services. And most recently, as Seiko Epson mentioned, we also decided to use AWS Lambda serverless architecture already being adopted, and we are already seeing the good results. There's a recommendation system, real-time, large-scale data being processed on the platform, and that's how Lambda is being used, and we do see a good results out of Lambda already. 8 consists of many different services, so it's a big service. And behind the scene, you see mostly AWS services. Total of 30 service or more from AWS. Without the AWS service, we cannot operate 8 service. In order for us to quickly deploy services, we need to have strong foundation. It's about the service quality, and also it's about the speediness of services. And again, we are very thankful for the AWS service support. Let's bring the benefits of AWS in 3 brackets. I forced myself, and number 1 was about strong security. Well, we, as a service provider, needs to focus a lot on strong security. On AWS side, they have a system architecture that can pass our security demands, and also there are lots of security products in the market, but mostly all supported with AWS, and it's a very free combination. So that's one of the strong benefits offered by AWS. Next is about high availability. It's not stoppable. It's been 5 years since we launched 8, but the large-scale system down never happened in 5 years. It's a big system we're operating, but it's amazing that there's no stoppage happening. Number 3 is scalability. 8 started from scratch, and we are offering service to more than 1.5 million people. And during that time, no system replacement happening. It's a seamless server expansion. That's how we were able to achieve scale out of our business. And that was one of the biggest benefits that we enjoy from AWS. So we were so happy we made a decision to switch over to AWS. So we made a good call. And we are using more and more of AWS service. Sansan also is using AWS service. And it has entry system. And there is a big system running. And again, it's running on AWS platform. And most recently, R&D team in the past was handled by a different team on big data. But as I said, AWS has a great analysis platform available, and we can close everything inside AWS. Security ensures, so we can do lots of R&D inside AWS. So throughout our company, we are thoroughly using AWS services. So the challenge of business card is common throughout the globe. And we want to expand our business throughout the globe this year. AWS has Tokyo region, and also they have regions throughout the globe. As we try to globalize ourselves, that's a great plus for us, and they're a strong partner for us. All the analog tools are now becoming digital, and business card still is remaining in paper. AWS, the cloud, can be there so that we can digitize the business card and can be managed on 8 so that we can replace business card by 8. And that's our vision, that's our dream. We ask AWS for continuous support so that our dream can come true. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Shiomi. Sansan's global deployment is something that we strongly would like to support. Let's change the gear. Now talk about IoT. I'm sure you're an expert already, but all the things are connected to the internet these days. And data processing, without cloud, it's going to require lots of cost, and we cannot catch up in terms of the speed. The sensors and machines and robots sending out data. And you need to secure the data. You need to capture the data in a safe and secure manner. And then via the affordable communication path, you need to put that data to the deep learning and AI environment so that you can get the insightful information out. Without the scalable cloud platform, you cannot do that on a daily basis. As we talk to customers, if there are so many customers interested in IoT.
But there are many customers who are thinking of where can I start. So cloud can be used immediately and try it out and test it while you run. So I guess this is a platform which meets the current demand, and it is being used in manufacturing, transportation, energy, retail, consumer electronics, healthcare. So customers are using a lot of their ingenuities and making attempts. And some of the case studies of IoT, Sushiro, 1 billion worth of data per year. They're analyzing on cloud. They're using RFID on their dishes and Senix. 1,300 places, 7,600 power computers they're managing. And Good Day. They are trying to increase customer satisfaction. So the traffic using Beacon, they're managing with IoT device and analyzing it so that they could raise customer satisfaction. And transformation 4, prepare for unexpected risks. So globally, there are natural disasters. And all business managers and for companies being ready for a natural disaster and having BCPs is a very important topic, especially IT systems. If something happens, creating a system where IT could come back quickly is necessary. We have 16 regions, 42 availability zones, and 74 edge locations. And this year, we're planning new regions in Paris, Nice, Stockholm, 3 locations. Within this year, will become available. So, our data center, the philosophy of our design of the data center, it may be different from the philosophy that you have. This region is a physical location, Tokyo region as we call it. This is a cluster of data center in Japan, and within the region, as you look at it, there are availability zones. It says AZ, so it's a cluster of zones. And these AZs, physically they are apart, and they're really data centers, power, and network, and they're being clustered. So customers using our service And they have this data center with availability and robustness. So, for instance, between regions, you can replicate immediately. So, same quality data centers and regions are being offered around the globe. And same applies to storage, 11 nines. That is the durability, and we have multiple data centers. We have a mechanism to auto-replicate. And regarding Japan, we have a lot of risks when it comes to natural disasters. And customers, in carrying out their DR plan, they were using Tokyo and region and then use a global region. But I'm happy to announce that there will be Osaka local region available starting from the first half of 2018. This will be limited to specific customers, but this is a new local region for us. So please look forward to it. So, transformation 5, gain trust and safety. So, achieving security and compliance, it's very difficult to achieve two at the same time. And security is the top priority for AWS. And Sansan speaker mentioned that security was the deciding factor because several hundreds of millions of customers are using our customers, and they have very demanding security requirements. And listening to them, we have acquired a lot of authentication certification. So we have certifications and authentications from different country laws and compliance laws. So not only security compliance, but we pay attention to quality, especially drugs and medical equipment manufacturers, GXP-related systems. Do we meet all the requirements? Are we compliant with it? We have booklet and white papers. So in order to accelerate the adoption of the cloud, if there are any areas that AWS needs to meet, please tell us. And customers who are focusing on security, they have made comments such as NTT Docomo, Sony Bank, Nippon Express. They have high security requirements. But AWS has met their criteria. And safe and secure communication environment, for instance, like VPC, leased line, dedicated line, and also certificate management. We are offering services so we can secure end-to-end communication environment. And also on AWS, you could create a secure application, for instance. You only see some, but a web application, firewall, key management, a service catalog, logo management. So these are the services that customers require. So on behalf of the customers, we have developed these service offerings so that customers will be able to use it instantaneously. So finally, transformation 6. A hybrid IT organization. We had guest speakers today. And they mentioned not only IT, but they need tightly coupled cooperation with business because you can see IT may have various ideas and work with the business side and productize. So there has to be this fast cycle going around. And without IT, this is not possible. So not just supporting business, but we need to work together. And also we need to shift from cost to profit center. And not only a technology, but how to leverage technology to business and accumulate know-how, expertise in-house. So we are launching a lot of services. So IT departments will have to be able to propose to the business side as quickly as possible using our services. So the IT organization to promote cloud, we call it Center of Excellence, COE. So this is a cross-functional dedicated team. And we recommend you start as a small team so that you could get closer to contributing to the business side. So you have a team with various expertise, and you start small from wherever you can. There is a free of charge usage that you can actually use, so you can use and improve as you move along. So I think that is the era of cloud. And when it comes to COE, there is a common goal or objectives. So for instance, hybrid architecture, how to connect hybrid and AWS, or a reference architecture, how many to come up with, or maybe asset management, how to apply governance. So a COE team will decide on all these and work with the business departments. I believe that is the key to success, and you can get a step closer to innovation. So we are engaged with customers around the world. So if you wish to make a step forward closer to the cloud and you need support, please come to us or our partners. And in moving forward, of course, technology is changing day by day, and acquiring these technological skill is not easy. And I think we can improve this aspect as well. So we have a lot of training programs and also qualification certification program by AWS is in place, and we're expanding. So if you want certain programs or certain certification programs, please tell us. We're more than willing to listen to your ideas. So finally, I'd like to show you a video from those customers who have gone through transformation. This is from KDDI. au Denki Apri's infrastructure development cost came to 1/3, and the development period was reduced down to about half. From Japanet Bank, safety and trust, we focused on these aspects. And in case of AWS, they have third-party certification, and we've confirmed those aspects. So that is why we decided on AWS. In the startup farm note, Mr. Kobayashi, since we are a startup, we want to minimize the installation cost and scale as business grows. That is why we decided on AWS. So we can minimize the total payment by 1/3 or 1/4, even if we accelerate all the business. With AWS, what was impossible is now possible. So perhaps this is a paradigm shift on the field, and clearly it's changing. So as you saw the final slide, when it comes to cloud, with cloud, something impossible is now possible. And as I mentioned at the very beginning, the speed of innovation is accelerating, and cloud has become one of the trends. And as it's mentioned, digital transformation and IT transformation, I believe we can help so that you could accelerate the journey. So I hope that you will take some hints from this 3-day summit and take them home. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
以上でキーノートを終了いたします。